Spoken Word, Multiply After Disappointment by Shawn-Lee Spencer. 4 a.m. at a tumultuous time, my story not always sublime. You may ask, who am I? My skin bronze, called a black man with a family in the protection of these hands. I'm not perfect, I've fallen, I've risen, I've pressed on, yet all along, after every disappointment, I keep singing life's song. The source always multiplies after disappointment, the Job experience, if you will. At 4 a.m., the world is still. I quickly wrote this single. I'm worth more than you believe, and you're worth more than you perceive. For God doesn't make mistakes with us, He never makes mistakes. Tell Him I'm worth more. What is the sum of your worth? Challenge from the day of your birth. Your inception was the beginning of each stage and lesson. Adolescence, the 7 life stages. Prenatal infancy, from conception through the earliest years of life or babyhood. Twice a child, once an adult, as we return to a stage we once were. Life but a blur, early childhood. The time in a child's life before they begin school full time. Those times we often lose sight of the old giving us their insight. School age, the years from kindergarten through middle school. No one can tell us anything because we're too cool. If we could catch up on the sleep we missed, our parents told us to take, to go outside more like old times before tablets, computers, and video games. Breathe fresh air, take nothing for granted, make investments quicker, look beyond a person's exterior, transition to adulthood. So many say if I could go back 10 to 15 years, I would. Adulthood filled with many failures and disappointments, maybe even regret. But you're breathing, so your story isn't finished yet. You are aging all throughout the ages. In the blips of time, we were called to greatness. What are you going to do with the platform you've been given? You're still living. These men and women blazed the trail for us. Lincoln Alexander, first black lieutenant governor of Ontario. Willie O'Ree, first black hockey player in the National Hockey League. Viola Desmond, first black woman to appear on Canadian currency. Jean Augustine, first black woman to be elected to the House of Commons. Anne Claire Cools, first black Canadian to be named to the Senate. Isaac Phils, first black man to receive the Order of Canada. You can be the first too. Being alive, your story can still be amazing. You didn't ask to be born, but you're here, so you have a purpose. Did I disappoint, face disappointment, leave disappointed? Don't be, as disappointment is merely distraction from your appointment to multiply. After failed marriages, broken families, single parent homes, disadvantage, systematic racism, homelessness, lack of resources, your environment is not your assignment. When I look at you, I see excellence personified. I see black people unified, stronger than ever through, though there be enemy lines. You're the next chapter, the day after. So multiply by uniting, multiply by fighting, fighting for what you believe. For whomever walks together, we will multiply. My spoken word, multiply after disappointment. That is my challenge. Like, subscribe, get notified.